them Cowboys.
Man, don't get on my damn nerves this morning. Don't do that. Don't do that, okay? I mean, playing against them sorry Giants, you know, they played half a team, but it's all right. It's okay. They're all right. They still ain't winning the division and probably ain't making the playoffs, so I'm good.
Yeah, I'm a battle with you on that in about 30 minutes on First Take. So we'll have we'll have that
come
conversation.
Get the beat down.
No,
Yeah.
but
it's all right. We can do that.
Look, man, if the Cowboys, if they beat Washington football team next week and Dak is ready to play,
which they will.
Okay.
Which they will.
And Cooper Rush gets another victory, but Dak is ready to go the following week against the Rams. What do you do, though, if you're the Cowboys? You keep rolling with Rush or you move back to Dak?
Hell no. When Dak is ready, you play Dak. Now, you don't rush him back. You make sure he's 100% if you win in football games. But we know Cooper Rush ain't no damn Dak Prescott. Let's not get that twisted. We understand that that's not the case. Let's put that in its proper perspective. He's playing decent football. It ain't like he went out there and looked like the second coming of Dan Marino or somebody. He's been a serviceable quarterback who's made some good plays. He doesn't turn the football over. He's been a solid, bona fide backup. Congratulations. But that's about all. Let's pump the brakes on that.
Stephen A., what do you do if you are the Giants right now? Because they're a very one-dimensional offense, right? Saquon Barkley or nothing, essentially. I don't know what the hell has happened to the wide receiving core, if they're even on the field, considering Sterling Shepard got hurt last night. But what do you do if you're Brian Daboll and this crew moving forward?
Pray. That's number one. Just pray. The divine intervention, because you can't do anything offensively. Sterling Shepard is going to be out probably for the season. You don't really have any other weapons notably to speak of. Daniel Jones ain't that great, even though last night wasn't the greatest indication because he was running for his life most of the game. We understand how much he was pressured. We understand he was sacked 5 times. We understand he was hit considerably more. You take that into consideration, what choice do you have? Your offensive line isn't great. You got rookies on the offensive line getting abused by DeMarcus Lawrence. You got receivers that are virtually non-existent. One of your top receivers is out for the season. Your quarterback is suspect. All you have is Saquon Barkley. And so as a result of that, there's not much you can do other than pray because you just don't have the requisite weapons. You got to go out there, move the football, move the chains as much as you possibly can. And if you can't score, pray and hope that you're on the field long enough to give your defense rested, keep your defense rested, and understand that most games are going to be low scoring if you're going to win because you damn sure ain't going to score but so many points.
Stephen A. Smith, host of First Take, joining us this morning on Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. So now, Stephen A., you and I, we go back and forth about this whole Lamar Jackson can't throw the ball, not accurate, can't do this, that. Is he now, though? Is he accurate to you now? Is he showing you anything throwing the football?
No, he clearly has been more accurate. There's no doubt about that. He's putting forth a sensational performance right now. He's bet on himself. I'm still petrified that he's going to get himself hurt. I'm scared to death because I want him to get his bag. And you see guys, they know they can't sit up there and just straight up tackle him. So they're going after his legs, that's his ankles, that's his knees, et cetera, et cetera. You just want to make sure that he's healthy so he can get the bag. But in the end, the accuracy is there. The running ability is unquestioned. He is the Baltimore Ravens offense. He is the leading candidate for league MVP honors right now with the way that he's playing. Nobody can deny that. He's been nothing short of sensational, showing that he's worthy of a guaranteed $250 million since Deshaun Watson got $230 million guaranteed and just disrupted the market in the way that he did.
And as I said before the season for Aaron Judge, he might go for 60 in a contract year. I'll say it right now. Lamar Jackson in a contract year might go for 60 touchdowns. Between the air and the ground, he's got 12, 10 in the air, 2 on the ground. The all-time record is Peyton Manning. No one's even aware of the number 56. They'll be aware of the number 60. Stephen A., who is the best?
Well,
go ahead.
Well, I agree with you, Max. What I would say is this, though. It's not just about the numbers and the way that Lamar Jackson's playing. It's the fact that throughout the years, Baltimore has given him but so many weapons to work with. It's one thing to be that focal point of the offense. It's another thing to have to be that in order for you to have a chance to win because the personnel that they put on the field with you, albeit very good, and Bateman and others, and Andrews, of course, isn't necessarily great as of yet. Duvernay is having a great year as well. I'm just saying when you look at what they ask of Lamar Jackson to do,
No.
And the fact that he's still able to go out there and do it, that's why he deserves his money.
Yeah, more than anyone. By the way, no offensive line, et cetera, et cetera. Who's the best team in football right now?
Wow. Believe it or not, a legitimate argument could be made for the Philadelphia Eagles.
So I don't know.
I'm still along those lines of the Buffalo Bills. I thought that Sunday was an aberration because of the weather, the heat, Stephon Diggs catching cramps, Josh Allen looking anything but other than what we're accustomed to seeing him look like. But there is no question that Miami, to me, has had some good wins. But when you look at the Philadelphia Eagles, they just appear to be a bit dominant right now. For the first 3 weeks, Jalen Hurts, I believe, is an MVP candidate himself right now. He's just flat out balling. And I love Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown with them. I'm just looking at some of the weapons that they have, particularly the ability to run the football and offensive line that runs, block, and pass protects. I just look at all of those things from that regard and then look at their defense and how it's played thus far, especially after they just swallowed up Carson Wentz, even though Washington stinks this year. And I just say right now, it's fluid, but right now you can look at the Philadelphia Eagles and say them.
Stephen, and I hear you on how Jalen Hurts and they've been playing. Is there anything to be said, though, about who their three opponents have been? When you think about the Vikings,
yes,
Kirk Cousins, the
yes,
Lions, and also the Commanders, right? That's my only caveat.
Well, I would tell you that the Lions have been a tough out for everybody. So does 2-1. So we can't ignore that.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.